Oh boy, Star Trek is back! Well. Okay, this is actually my second video on this subject matter. I taped an earlier one, but then things kept a-changing. Hashtag Doomcock was right. And that whole thing, it's because I do Doomcock's show, we're friends, and he took a lot of crap over the fighting over whether or not to watch Picard Season 3. And his point was it doesn't matter how good it was, that the Secret Hideout would use that to continue on with their crappy Star Trek shows. And that appears to be exactly what happened. So let me get through the preliminary stuff here, using Cosmic Book News announcing these things. So, Strange New Worlds, the Lower Decks renewed for new seasons. Now, new, meaning for especially in Strange New Worlds, knew there would be a second season. That was already a given. Wasn't sure that there would be a third one, and was beginning to look like this was the end of the Secret Hideout Kurtzman Trek era. Because they seemed to be saying goodbye. You know, Star Trek Discovery was canceled. And that the last hope was the Picard Season 3, which is the third season of a terrible show. You know, but yeah, but the third season's really good. Well, certainly by comparison it is. And the best positive I can put on it is that there's some good performances here and there. The fourth episode in the series, what I've seen, is, to me, the best one. But it's the best I can say for it is that it's kind of this adequate spaceship show. But it certainly shows that the money is not there to maintain at least the aesthetics that this endeavor initially had. Strange New Worlds looked a lot better. It looked like there was some more money spent on it, even though in comparison in Picard Season 3 story-wise is much better. The advantages Strange New Worlds has is it's episodic and the actual templates and tone of a Star Trek series, which is, I think, better for Star Trek. But Picard, the story that they're trying to tell, and most of it is a decoration of fondness for past Star Trek, especially with the Next Generation crew and all that. But anyway, but the money's just not there. The lights are turned off, and they're on that ship through the entire show, and they run down the hallway, and they turn around and run back up the hallway. You know, that kind of thing, which you can work, but you got to stretch it out with other stuff. They don't have anything else. And so that speaks to me that because there's just not enough money. So I'm like, where are they getting the money? That was the question. The classic Star Trek merchandise sells, but that has nothing to do with what they're producing now. They'll say it does, but it doesn't. Are there any Pike action figures? You know, and I mean the Anson Mount Pike, not the Jeffrey Hunter Pike, selling? You know, so whatever the deal was, it seems things changed, and watching Midnight's Edge, their speculation on it, and apparently that not only did Picard do well, but apparently the numbers that they have, and none of that's ever released, you know, but it's on the Paramount Plus saying that they got good numbers on it, and plus they were really impressed with people rewatching it. I would have thought if they gained more subscribers, and it appeared to be that the Star Trek show brought them in, then that would be impressive. But it's a goodbye show. Now, there was the sudden push from Matalas and LeVar Burton was on The View, talking about this idea of a Star Trek legacy show, which would follow through with the children. And in the show, Geordi LaForge's daughters are there. And the main daughter seems to be having this flirtation with Jack Crusher, who has been revealed to be Picard's son. And so those two could continue on in a show, perhaps the continuing voyages of the starship Titan, and maybe even keep Captain Shaw there. I don't know about Seven as his first officer, but what have you. And there you go. There's Star Trek Legacy, and they build on that. With Legacy in the title, it's still, I think, very dependent on the Memberberry platform as the main attraction to it. I don't know how long you can use that, but nevertheless, that's the idea. But so far, there's been no announcement on that. What have we gotten an announcement on? Well, Strange New Worlds getting a third season, so you get that, and then the cartoon Lower Decks, which I don't care for, and then the other cartoon, what was it? Oh yeah, Prodigy, which I it's a more child-oriented show. I've never watched it, so I know nothing much about it. It looks kind of like a ripoff of Guardians of the Galaxy or something. Maybe that's what the idea was. But whatever, I did see the premise where they just happened to stumble upon a derelict Starfleet ship and fly around with a hologram Janeway giving them guidance. Yeah, not interested. So, but that gets renewed. So, not seeing any talk of a Picard renewal, But then there was another show that's coming. Oh boy, I wonder what that is. Oh, Starfleet Academy, which is the kind of idea that's been floating around a long time, even before the Kurtzman era, and I always thought it was a bad idea. One idea was that it would feature young Kirk and Spock going to the Academy together, which they kind of utilized in the Bad Robot 2009 Star Trek movie. Which for how they did it there, it's fine, but to do a series. So you know what you're going to get here. You're going to get CW teen soap opera with Star Trek shirts. And I don't know, maybe they'll have poor Jonathan Frakes or Brent Spiner being, the dean of the school and be the teachers. Something like that. But that's about it. A teenage soap opera. And probably some non-binary romance and that type of thing. And you could do something like a teen soap opera on the cheap. You have one set. And very little adventure. You do a little bit here and there. But not a whole lot. Because you save money on that, So Alex Kurtzman, he's back in charge now, and he's not just secret hideout, but how much power does he have? Well, he's the co-showrunner here, so it's Alex Kurtzman and is it Noga or Naga Landau? I don't know, unless Landau is someone they put in. Landau's the real showrunner. I don't know. But no, this is a bit of a win for Kurtzman. He should have been shown the door, but instead, he's just going to take credit for whatever Picard was able, the coins in the cushion it was able to find. And Metalis may end up being the big loser here. Kurtzman will just take credit for what he did, and then that's that. He'll have to go elsewhere. And instead of following what was laid down by his Picard show, will just be ignored. Because this, top to bottom, sounds more of that stuff. And you know who really would be the teacher? I think it would be Tilly. Because they did a show in Discovery where that's kind of what she did. She had some young officers. I think they were cadets. And it was literally like she was the den mother of a nursery, Okay, kids, don't be scared. It's going to be all right. Get your milk and cookies. Yay, this is math, kids. Yay, that kind of thing of the infantilizing of a Starfleet crew. And so that probably gives you a good idea of what Starfleet Academy will be, except probably not the stakes of being trapped in a shuttle that crashes and chased by a monster. Maybe, but maybe only for one episode for about 2 minutes, because, man, that stuff's expensive. So, where the hell did they get, just to even bother? The numbers must have been really good. I don't know. Is Kurtzman able to take credit for the toys that have nothing to do with his version of Star Trek? I don't know. Because other than just, YouTube and the people who talk about this, myself included, I don't see a whole lot of excitement for Star Trek. I don't see much else about that. And I keep going back to, like, really for Paramount, their big success is the Tyler Sheridan shows. And that's where you should focus more of your money and whatnot, because it's bringing it in. There's actual interest and excitement about it, and it's created its audience. And it's new. The Yellowstone's a new entity. They weren't in the position to absolutely control it, so they have to share it and license it out. But the spinoffs and everything they can control, and that sort of, But Star Trek, the idea of Star Trek being one of your big brands was a good idea, but you just don't have anybody there who knows how to handle it. And you keep chasing it, and it doesn't deliver. So this is bizarre. There's some pieces missing here. First of all, if you're just going to do a dumb show like this, which sounds really stupid, unless Kurtzman is just putting his name on it and they've hired somebody who knows how to do a really cool storyline, even though it's 16-year-old kids, I think they're doing. 16. I don't have much hope for that. But if that's the kind of dumb stuff you're still going to pursue, which is highly likely, why cancel STD? Just do another season of that. Oh no, this is a totally new, different show with different people and stuff. It'll be the same thing. Just superficial skin and genitals exploited as a shield for crappy, lackluster, barely competent soap opera plots. And if you don't like it, you know what you are. And boy, that's worked out well. Well, I guess for them it did. You're going to shame people into watching your show. So I see no good news here at all. And I have a hard time believing that Picard season 3 managed to do all of this. But then, let's say it did. Then you really gotta, oh no, this is how they respond to that reaction. To me, there's a lot of anger towards Kurtzman for what he's done to Star Trek, but at the same time, it's Paramount. Are you that stupid? Oh well. I wish there was Star Trek. I really do. I loved it all my life since I was a child. And that promise of new Star Trek and going forward, and oh boy, more adventures and whatnot. It was a lie. And that's just the sad reality of it.